Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Now then. Put a little shout out earlier saying obviously it's Mental Health Awareness Week. So it means quite a lot to me, mental health awareness. Big advocate of it after my previous struggles. I don't like to put too much on here to take away from the Leeds content that a lot of people enjoy. I'm quite a fun, outgoing sort of guy. Try to make people smile, try to make people happy. I'm a people pleaser. But yeah, I thought it was important to highlight some issues and stuff when it comes to mental health and speak about my past, the turmoil I've had in my life at times. And like I say, I know a lot of people have seen it before. I'm very, very open these days about where I've been, where I am now, and where I'm going. So I think it's really important to open up and speak on weeks like this, where it's the awareness is vital. The whole point of Mental Health Awareness Week means nothing if no one speaks about it. It means nothing if no one shares their experiences. It means nothing if no one speaks and opens up. And ultimately means nothing if no one gets help from that. So, yeah, massive personal thing of mine to be open and speak about it. And like I say, something a bit different here. I thought I haven't been where I am currently parked now. I've not been since the day I was going to take my own life. Like I say, I've touched on this various times on this channel. I've spoke about it several times, and there's an area not far from my house that I pulled up in the same car park space now in this little area here. Pulled in here every day for 2 and a bit weeks. After work, finish a little bit earlier, give the missus the time I was going to be in, and I'd exaggerate that and I'd put it a couple of hours later, and I'd come here and I'd sit and I'd cry, and I'd be in my own thoughts, I'd be in my own head. And this is the first time I pulled up to this area since. A lovely lady saw me walking through the wooded area, and saw what state I were in, and spoke to me and walked me back to my car. And I've never really looked back for that total stranger, giving me a crutch. And yeah, I thought it was important to sort of come back here. I'm feeling good, I'm in a good headspace. Still have my days, obviously. Stuff gets on top of you, like it does for all of us, but I thought it'd be really interesting to come back here and see how I felt sitting here, seeing how it, what kind of emotions and memories it brought back. And it's quite a sad space. It's a lovely area, but yeah, it's actually quite sad thinking the last time I looked at my car and saw this area, saw that field in front of me, saw these trees, I was done. I was empty. My wife, my kids, well, my fiance at the time, my kids, my job, my friends, my family weren't enough. They are now. They weren't then. Nothing were enough. I just didn't have, thank God I didn't have the, I don't know, I didn't go through with it, let's put it that way. I felt like the day the beautiful stranger walking a dog spoke to me, I felt that was the day, but I also felt that was the day numerous times before that. But thank God whoever she is, wherever she is, and thank God she spoke me around that day. I can go for a bit of a walk. So it's a lovely area, really nice. I'd sit there in this car, sit there in this little spot down here, and I'd ponder decisions, my past, my present, my future, and I didn't think I had aught else to offer. And I'd sit there for hours and hours, for just over 2 weeks. 2 working weeks, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, put a mask on, try and get through the weekend with the kids, with the wife, and try and act like everything were alright when everything were eating me up. And like I say, it's just massive. It's just so vital that people have been through experiences like I have, you know, childhood trauma for me, not dealing with adult decisions as and when they needed to be dealt with throughout my life. You know, led to financial problems, led to emotional problems, deep-rooted emotional problems, trust issues. You know, led to me making a lot of bad decisions as an adult myself. I mean, luckily for me, I didn't use some of the vices that some people use to cope. My coping mechanism was just burying my head in sand, not speaking, crying a lot, masking a lot to myself, not letting anyone in. Thank God I didn't go down the other routes, because I've definitely got an addictive personality, and God knows where that would have led. You know, it's I'm really fortunate that I managed to keep on an even keel in terms of substance use and stuff like that. You know, I never went that far. Everything I've ever done's been something I can hide, something I can mask. I mean, I know for a fact I'm an undiagnosed ADHD. I think I'm marginally on spectrum at some point, maybe further on than what I think. I see a lot of similarities between me and Jonah, and I've been used to masking since I was a little boy, you know, for that reason. And just scrape by, just done enough to keep people at bay. But yeah, I think a week like this, it's sort of hit home a little bit today. I was speaking to a friend of mine as well, and it is vital when you've got a bit of a platform and you've got a story to sort of share it and just let people know, you know. The amount of people who watch this channel who think Matty's got his shit in, you know, his ducks in a row, Matt's got his shit in order. I haven't. I just bought a car over the weekend because I needed a car for work, 800 quid. Like, I can't go out there, and financial decisions have hampered me. I can't go out there and get a brand new car. I can't go out there and do a lot of things. There's a lot of things I wish I'd have done differently growing up. Might have led me to a more secure place than I am now. Yeah, me and my wife, we rent a house. We haven't bought a house. We've both owned houses in the past in previous relationships, and things just haven't gone. Things just aren't easy for us, you know. What I will say is, regardless of money, materialistic things or all like that, not being right up here, not feeling good up here, that's all that matters really, is getting that right. Don't matter how much money you've got, don't matter if everything looks rosy in your garden. You know deep down if you're not right up here, if something's eating away at you, don't matter what you've got in bank, don't matter what you've got, what car you drive. So all you've got is your health. Your mental health's massive, obviously massive in that. I haven't quite got my physical health, as you can see. It's due soon, baby coming soon. But yeah, I don't know, you know me, I'm a bit of a waffler. Feels very surreal to be back round here. Very surreal. It's a beautiful spot. I'll try and show you. It's absolutely beautiful around here. I used to pull up, sit in my car and walk this route for a couple of hours. Ultimately, I went home to my family, put that mask on, as I keep saying, walk through that door and try out like fucking Superman. And I'm pretty good at it. All while everything else was eating me away. I'd get a letter that needed sorting. It'd get put to back a cupboard, put to the side, put in bottom of a drawer, whatever. And I'd let things build up because I couldn't face anybody. I couldn't face my mum, my brother. I could just about face work because I knew I had to go to work. I had no choice. But yeah, like I said, there's people who watch this channel who might look at me and think, Matty's sound, Matty's a good lad, Matty's this, Matty's that. I'm a good lad, I've got my morals are right, but I fuck up. I struggle. Am I the world's best dad? No, I'm not. Am I the world's best husband? No, I'm not. But I'm trying. And I just want you to know, you just got to keep trying every day. There's no such thing as perfection, you'll never get there. You'll just keep moving goalposts, you'll just keep moving all the time. Whether it's that number on scale, you know, whether it's I'm just going out for a few pints, whatever it is, you're always going to be you're always going to want more. You're always going to move those goalposts and keep pushing boundaries. Just don't be so hard on yourself. And that's what I've learned these last few years. I was so hard on myself for something that happened when I was younger that weren't in my control. Something I've carried for a long time, long time, nearly 30 years. And stuff eats away at you. If something's on your chest, you've got something on your chest, you know, the weight of the world sometimes feels like it's pushing down on you. I say it all the time and it just sounds so cliche, but just opening up, speaking. And yeah, I would advocate for speaking to someone to get it off your chest, but speaking to the right person's vital. I spoke to someone, it was a total stranger, and that what catalyst there to go speak to the right person. You know, going to therapy sessions, private therapy sessions, spending a lot of money for them because I couldn't wait for the NHS. I wanted a one-on-one scenario, borrowing money off people, lying to the missus of where I was because I didn't want to know I was going to therapy. So I was going to therapy, and so even there where I knew I needed help and I was trying to make things better, I was also making things worse because I was lying to my wife about where I was going. There were no seedy in there were no sinister. It was trying to do right because I knew I had to fix it to be there for my family. Because ultimately walking around Woodlands for hours on end every day just ain't fucking right. You should never be in that headspace where you can't finish work and just fly home to your family because that's what you want to fucking be at. You want to be around your family because they're the most important things in your life. So that was hard to know what I needed and to go out there and get it, and still not being able to be honest because ultimately I couldn't speak. I didn't feel I could speak to my wife and sit down and tell her what really on my mind, what's happened in the past. And it's hard, it's brutal. Best thing I ever did was open up and speak to my wife about it. That was the best thing I ever did. Better than the therapy. The therapy massively helped, because that was the right person to speak to. You know, I knew it was a safe place. I knew it wouldn't leave that room. I knew I could lay everything out there for the first time in my life and be totally open and honest about everything that's going on in my head. And that was massive. But opening up and telling my wife, when she physically can put her arm around you and kiss you and be there with you and embrace you in that moment, that was something else. And I'll remember that for the rest of my life, how she dealt with that situation. She was absolutely incredible. After hearing me tell her what was on my mind, hearing me tell her that I'd been lying to her about where I'd been, that I couldn't tell her, I had to go see someone outside of my family to sort of open up and speak about it. That was hard to hear for her, and that hurt. That definitely hurt, and she'd tell you that she would hear that hurt. That I didn't go to her first, but ultimately she understands that it's a difficult thing to do. Tell the one you love that ultimately you don't want to be here no more, you know. Yeah, well, what a tough time, a really tough time, and it's tough being here, to be honest. It's really tough being here. My heart's full. My mental health is the best it's been in a very, very long time, but it gives me chills as this place, to be honest. First time I've walked around it not feeling empty, but knowing how I felt the last time I walked around it, it's it's crazy, to be fair. This channel, the people on this channel, I try not to go down this route too much because I know it's quite heavy, but I know there's people out there that suffer with this sort of thing and need someone like me to be brave enough to come on here and speak, because it's very brave. It's very, very brave to open up about mental health. You got some people there that think you're looking for sympathy. You got some people who it just doesn't affect, and that's fine, and they're not interested because it's not their thing. Some people just don't understand it. It's a very hard, difficult topic to talk about, but I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck if people don't like it. They don't like it. You've got to do what you like and what you love. And speaking up about my battles, knowing the messages I've had off people already on this channel, knowing the messages I've had and conversations I've had outside the channel with people, I know how vital it is that people speak up, and I can't do out other than just say I'm here. Send me a message. Don't be walking round aimlessly. Go home to your family. Give me a message. Don't sit in your car for hours if you can't face your family. Give me a message. I'll try and reply. I'll try and be there. I'll try and do what I can. But you need to speak to someone. Things will get better. They always get better. One day at a time. Piece by piece. You've got the ability to change how you're feeling. You have, no matter how big, how bad it is. If it's drinking, if it's drugs, if it's past trauma, if it's stressful work environment, if you've done something and you're scared of what someone's reaction is going to be, you need to speak up. Just speak up. It's never as bad as what it seems. I never thought I'd ever be able to speak out. Ever. And I did. And it changed my life. It's alright to be scared, it's alright to be vulnerable, it's alright to be upset, it's alright to be scared. I felt all them things. We all still feel them now, we're only human. Ultimately though, you've just got to move on with your life. You've got to let people in. You've got to let people in. You know, you have a quote I heard, I think it was Paddy Pimblett, I'm a big fan of, and he's a massive advocate of mental health. He's the UFC fighter. Is a friend would rather listen to your problems than go to your fucking funeral, and that's top and bottom of it. How many people haven't been able to speak out, and how many people have we lost? Good people, good men, good women, anybody. How many good humans have we lost to suicide? Too many. It happens every day. Happens every day. Masking. People don't know what's going on. And we lose so many good people, so many good human beings whose life hasn't even started yet. People who could have gone on for great things. People who have now left kids, parents, siblings, friends with that massive void and massive hole in their life. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Life's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this place now that gives me chills. Look how fucking beautiful nature is. Beautiful light. Look how beautiful my kids are. At once upon a time they weren't enough. I feel guilty about that they weren't enough once. And they are enough now. And life's beautiful. Life's brilliant. Just got to go get it. I love yous, man. I hope this hasn't been too heavy. Yeah, please just speak out. Send us a message if you're struggling. Take care, man.